school. Hi, I'm Todd
It's
and
not
Erin
like
Mornings.
I'm cheating on your testing. You won't even let me look.
StreamGetPardaily.com. This is a trigger for me because when I was in school, I have dyslexia. Someone was actually copying off my paper, and I had to look at them and go, "It's not going to work for you. That's not going to." Let's take a look.
You should have just let him. That would have been nice.
Let's take a look.
Good morning, beloved Facebook friends. We are glad you are here. Let's take a look at the morning mountain cam. It's brought to you by Black Diamond Experts, Electric, Plumbing, Heating, and Air. Okay, now some of the cool stories today. Taylor Swift's mom cried. Great, horrible country morning DJ. You made Taylor Swift's mom cry.
We also have a spoiler for Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones, and I'm not going to tell you what it is.
I'm going to tell him what it is.
No, you're not.
You're going to tell him.
No, you're not.
You're going to tell me.
No.
You're telling somebody.
Nope.
All right. Also, your chance to be famous will tell you how.
All right, and you're going to have a bunch of fun and free stuff going on this weekend.
It's going to be fun.
All right, very good. So let's start off. We are number 3. I always love these because it's like, we're doing really good and the state's really cool. Number 3 in what?
There's certainly a level of irony here. Okay, Intermountain Medical's pulmonology program at the University of Utah's Huntsman Cancer Institute and the U's Ear, Nose, and Throat Clinic all received top 50 designations in the U.S. News and World Report Best Hospital Rankings. This is a really prestigious one. This is the 50 best hospitals in the country, and we had 3 of them.
Doctors are doing the belly bump right now. Nurses high-fiving.
That's really cool. Congratulations. That's really neat. High performing in orthopedics, pulmonology, neurology, neurosurgery.
Utah.
Which we already know about that, which is especially pediatric neurology. They say that we're one of the nation's leaders.
Because we eat poorly and we're accident prone. That's why they get all the practice.
I'm not sure that's it, but sure, we'll go with it.
Speak for myself.
Okay, so now while we're all busy high-fiving each other, go ahead.
Number 3, bump.
High-five each other again.
Got it.
Now here's the irony here.
What?
More than 15 Utah hospitals will be penalized by the federal government for poor patient readmission rates. See, what happens here is that the Centers for Medicaid and Medicare run records. And because they're paying a lot of money, and they check patient outcomes, they track the record. If patients are readmitted to the hospital for the same condition, thus indicating the condition was not properly serviced and or repaired or healed or all the other things, these numbers start tallying up. And when they get to a certain point, they start fining them and penalizing them. So that's got to make you feel good. You want to know the worst ones? Okay.
Sure. Readmission
rates. 17 were penalized. St. Mark's, they're losing their Medicare payments. They're trimming. And it's pretty painful. Yeah, St. Mark's is definitely the worst. They got them.
Oh my gosh.
I feel bad. I kind of like St. Mark's. But I guess some of the things that they were most penalized for were heart attacks, pneumonia, hip and knee replacements. And then, of course, it goes through this series of like 30-day repair rates of how long it should have taken patients to get to a certain point.
Like
or they're
rehab for a
readmitted.
hip. Right.
Except for they didn't do really well. So
they used to be
they're getting their Medicare benefits trimmed.
They used to be the place.
St. Mark's, I know, especially for heart. So.
I know.
That's kind of disappointing. We're really sorry, guys.
I feel all bad.
We hope you get better because this is costing all of these hospitals $15 billion a year.
Whoa. No wonder aspirins cost $18 a piece.
We got to make it up somehow, guys.
Usually when you're dealing and you offend Taylor Swift, like you're a boyfriend of hers and you break up, she usually writes a song about you.
A very thinly veiled song. Of course, in Tom Hiddleston's case, who, of course, is my internet boyfriend, she broke up and then had her agent keep calling People magazine and all the magazines acting as the anonymous source, saying that he was using her for her fame. In any case, whether or not I like Taylor Swift, the point is this. She is the biggest, highest performing, highest grossing pop singer in the world.
I like her.
In the world right now.
I like her.
Well, and here's the deal. She used to be really, really good about doing backstage meet and greets, which is a really big deal to people. I mean, this is your idol. There were times that we had kids who were critically or terminally ill.
Right.
And that was one of their wishes, and I actually got a couple of kids backstage to see her.
And Bon Jovi's really good at this and stuff, but you have to remember that a lot of people, they gear up for the show. They're on the road. The band is on the road all the time. And they do their show, and maybe something's going on at home or something like that. And so they don't really feel like doing that.
Well, nonetheless, though.
Sometimes.
Nonetheless.
But she's out there.
She did.
She's doing it.
So 2 years ago, she's in Denver, and she's doing, she has a couple of country music station winners backstage with her. And she's got the morning guy. Now, Todd and I come from radio. You know that. And there is a breed in radio of the Wacky Morning DJ, which talks just like that, and they're complete idiots. We know that. We run into them all the time at conventions. We all know who they are. Apparently, Mueller, from every possible description aside from his, including his boss, is one of those guys. He's standing backstage. He's got his arm around Taylor Swift. They're taking the picture.
And she has her arms around.
Yeah, and so her arms are free because they're around everybody. According to the description, he reaches down up under her skirt and grabs her bare fanny, moves her underwear. I mean, that's sexual assault. It's groping. Let's be honest. And so she reports this. Her team reports this to his boss, saying, "This is what happened. We never want to see him again.
Right.
This is inexcusable." Now there are actually photos that even show it.
Right.
And he's grinning like the funny DJ.
And he got fired.
He got fired instantly. He had the nerve, the audacity to sue her, thinking that for false accusations that resulted in termination. Oh, okay. And so he knows perfectly well he's going to get a ton of attention from this and a ton of publicity. So he's probably banking on, hey, this is what's going to happen, and I'll probably get a gig from this. Maybe this shock radio.
So I have to think suing one of the richer people on the earth might not be a great idea.
So Taylor Swift heard about this and she went, fine. Bring it. And then she sued him for sexual assault. I'm genuinely surprised, based on the photographic evidence, there hasn't been a criminal charge.
Well, if there is, then he goes on the lists.
And here's the thing that's just so sad about it, is that she's in the courtroom. Her mother, as one of the people who was a witness, and she's also named as a co-defendant, actually starts crying. She goes, "This is a case of sexual assault in the workplace, plain and simple." And she starts bawling, and then Taylor's lips quivering because her mom's bawling. And I'm like, "You people made her cry. You're the worst people in the entire world." But Swift's lawyer also said that brought up another person from her team who literally just said, "Dude, this guy just grabbed." And she was livid. I mean, they ushered everybody out of the room so she could calm down.
Right.
And so it went through. Mueller, who is the Wacky Morning DJ, just basically sat there and stared at the table. And you're thinking, for a performer, he'd be handling this better.
Sexual assault.
But he basically went through the whole thing of, I did not.
Yeah.
I did not. So
Photos.
So Taylor says basically she is suing. I don't think she's going to get a penny, but she said...
This is not what she's looking for.
But she said if she does win, she's going to donate all the money to sexual assault programs.
So she's going to take all $4 of his and then do that. Do you have that...
Ordinarily, I really do not usually condemn people until, like, innocent proven guilty, but there's photographic evidence.
Yeah.
There's nothing about it that doesn't make it painfully and completely clear what he's doing.
Right.
So, okay. Moving on.
Do you have the
story
story about dressing nicely?
Yes, I do, as a matter of fact. They say that you can make the world a better place by dressing better. Aren't you lucky you're wearing a nice pressed shirt today?
When's the funeral? Don't usually wear collars.
Well, it's interesting. There is a woman, Judith Rasband, who's an internationally known authority on image consulting and management. Mm-hmm. And she was kind of going through some, and she's local, so she was going through some issues, saying that she can size someone up in literally a millisecond and tell them what nonverbal message they're suggesting.
Book by its cover, book by its cover, book by its cover.
Yeah, but you got to admit, that's like some pressure there.
That's racist. That's a bunch of bad things. That's arrogant. Pshaw. That's not. You can't look at someone and make a judgment.
She's an image consultant.
Made up job.
It's her job to do that.
It's a made up job. There's people who dress very casually.
Here's the way it is. She says, what you choose to wear.
Yeah. Here we go.
Affects the way you think, feel, and act. And only then can people react and respond to you. She said, if you dress slovenly, then there's an avalanche of slovenly behavior. She said, if you relax the dress, you also end up relaxing like your manners, your productivity, and your respect for others and for the occasion.
Shut the hell up.
No, but it's true. She said, I hate you. She said that Casual Fridays was one of the worst things that could ever happen to business, and she actually tracks like productivity and the amount of money lost and blah 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 during Casual Fridays, and it does drop like a rock.
How would you like a nice warm cup of shut the hell up?
She said it basically drops like a rock, and she said if you take a look at this, you can see this throughout different industries where people dress more casually than others. And she says we come into a state now, especially during travel, where people are going through a look that she calls poverty chic, Where before, think about it, when you would fly, everyone was wearing the dresses and the little hats, and the men were wearing suits, and people dressed well.
In the 50s.
True. But in any case, she said if you take a look at the more casual the dress, you can see the increase in bad behavior. Like, for instance, and she chose the airlines because it was an easy one. You can see steady increase. You can see additional violence, verbal abuse.
Shut the hell up.
You're wearing a nice suit. You're supposed to be pleasant now.
I'm not wearing a nice suit, but
You're wearing a nice shirt, I meant.
I think that is inaccurate. What about artists? What about people who do other stuff and don't wear suits?
She said...
Mechanics.
Okay. Well, you know what, but though, even if you have a well-presented suit as a mechanic, you're still doing better than some guy who's wearing crappy jeans.
Oh, I'm talking about at work.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm talking about. Crappy jeans and like an oil-stained shirt. But she said there is a steady decline in manners based on how you are dressed.
On Fridays.
That's where she started tracking her theory, and then she went on to broader things. For instance, travel.
Am I a considerate person?
Yes, you're an angel, darling.
Am I affectionate? Am I kind? Do I verbally abuse you? No, the answer is no to that.
You torment me, but that's not the same thing, really, not at all.
And for 30 years, I've been wearing jeans, sneakers for 30 years.
All right.
I disprove her point.
You don't count. You're the anomaly.
I'm the anomaly.
You're the anomaly.
All right.
The anomaly.
Let's move on, shall we?
That's just fine.
If
All
that'll
right,
be good with you.
Let's go to Daisy in the Gephardt Daily Newsroom. She is brought to you by Fink and McGregor Mortgages Made Simple. Just go to fink-mcgregor.com. Executive transportation, elegant style, and an affordable price. You can book your ride at executiveutah.com. And All Utah Plumbing, Heating, and Air. 24-hour service at allutahplumbing.com. My dear Daisy, what is going on today?
Hello everyone, here's what's making headlines Friday, August 11th on GepHardtDaily.com. The Salt Lake FBI has released new surveillance photos of a serial robber who has hit a string of banks and credit unions in Idaho and Utah since December. The man, dubbed the Great Outdoors Bandit because of his outdoorsy attire worn during the first few robberies, targeted 3 more banks in Idaho on Monday. The FBI has released new images of the man taken that day, as well as of his vehicle, which is believed to have Utah license plates. The FBI is offering a reward of up to $10,000 for information leading to the arrest and conviction of the serial bank robber. Orem police are searching for a man who allegedly sexually assaulted a woman who functions at the mental level of an 8-year-old at a hotel in late June. The police department released surveillance video of a man who is suspected of picking up a woman in her 20s at Nielsen's Grove Park and taking her to a nearby La Quinta Inn on June 28th. Investigators said the suspect was driving a white passenger car and he may speak Spanish. Utah Attorney General Sean Reyes is seeking $1.9 billion in damages and cleanup costs for the 2015 Gold King mine spill. More than 3 million gallons of toxins flowed from Colorado's Gold King mine into the Animas River and ultimately into Utah's Lake Powell. The Environmental Protection Agency, which hired a contract crew to clean up the mine, has admitted responsibility. And now a look at the Wasatch Front forecast, where it's set to be a pleasant weekend. Temps are in the mid-90s with plenty of sun and just a tiny chance of rain, and early next week brings temps in the low 90s. That's it for now. For more local headlines 24/7, go to GepHardtDaily.com. For now, Todd and Erin, back to you.
All right, All Utah Plumbing, Heating, and Air, and they are going to take care of you. Matter of fact, they are standing by their phones right now. If you have an AC problem, which you might, you have a heating problem with a furnace, which is involved in making your house cool as well, you might want to call them. If you have sprinklers out of line, oh wait, if there's brown liquid in your basement, that is a bad time to try to go find a plumber. So why don't you write it down and get the information you're going to need with All Utah Plumbing, Heating, and Air. John and the gang come out and they have one thing. They're going to be totally honest with you. If you need something fixed, they're going to tell you. If it can wait, they're going to tell you. The nice thing is they're going to fix it once. And it's done. AllUtahPlumbing.com or give them a call, 801-652-4755.
You know, we've been talking a lot about Games of Thrones over the last couple of days.
Sunday.
Because we were talking, first of all, about the fake fur issue
Well,
in
look at this.
IKEA.
Look at this.
And then we were talking
Look
about
at
the
me.
hackers.
Now, let's enjoy this for a second. I think this was one of the funnier things we read.
I love it.
Is that the clothing designer costumes used bath mats from IKEA
And
to
the big
make
fluffy
outfits.
furry pillows.
It was awesome.
Because she said it held up better than fake fur.
Now here's a problem.
Then the next day we found out that there had been hackers,
Right.
and they had actually hacked into HBO's database,
Right.
and they had pulled Game of Thrones, and they were actually trying to hold the
They
information.
still are.
They're saying we're going to hold the information for we want $2 million in bitcoins.
Right.
So what happens?
Well, that's continuing.
They're still desperately trying to scramble and find them and get the
Yes.
bitcoins together.
Yeah, well,
Because
we
they don't want to
know.
do any spoilers. Okay.
Miss Clark.
Amelia Clark,
She's the blonde. She's so dragon-like.
Daenerys.
She's do what?
Daenerys Targaryen.
What's that?
She's the mother of the dragons.
She is. She's on an interview and she drops the bomb.
So basically, she's not helping HBO at
She
all.
threw a spoiler out and a big one.
What?
And we're not going to talk about it.
Yes, we are.
No, we're
Are you
not.
insane? Oh, no, we're talking about
No,
it.
we're not.
Okay. If you hate spoilers, just plug your ears and go la 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 for about 2 seconds, okay? Just la 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 la. Thank you. That's very nicely done. So you can just hide if you don't want to know it. If you're like me and you read like the last page of a book first so you know immediately what's going to happen,
All right.
let's hear it.
We're going to do this.
What is Daenerys? What happens
We're going
to
to have
her?
you close your ears for 10 seconds, okay? And then you look away from the screen, okay?
Tell me.
3, 2, 1. During the interview, she said that she'll make it through, which
The
means
season?
she's not going to be.
Yes!
She's not going to be killed. Yes! She's not going to be killed. Okay, we're coming back. 3, 2. Hi, how are you?
You're going to be sorry you missed that. 'Cause it was a good one.
I feel dirty. I feel
Oh, I
dirty
don't.
right
I'm so
now.
happy.
And it was dropped as a mistake. It was just in the conversation.
Oh, I'm sure-
We're not going to say it. We're not going to
No,
say it.
well, they say that like the actors from The Walking Dead do the same thing. They go, we hate doing interviews because it's like you literally
You
are
have
like, like this all the time, desperately going, are they messing with me? Can they trick me?
Right.
Can they catch me?
Right.
And they say that's like, and same thing with Game of Thrones. They say it's exhausting to do interviews because of that reason.
Yeah, they sit there and they go, so what are you doing next month? And a lot of golfing. You kicked off the show.
This
He
is so
just gave it up.
exciting.
So anyway, that's what's happening. Spoiler, thanks for participating and not listening to that because I feel dirty now.
I'm very happy right now.
Christopher's, I'm hungry for steak.
Yeah, well, take a look at that. No wonder. They have the most exquisite. Oh, their fillets are so perfect and so juicy that you can actually cut them with a butter knife. Now, if you would like to have dinner at Christopher's, it's very simple. It's dinner for 4, and then we send you there via way of executive transportation. So you arrive in a beautiful car, you are picked up, you're one of the beautiful people, and it's very easy to enter to win. All you have to do is go to one of our Facebook pages. Now, you're hearing this right now, so you're probably about the 10-minute-ish mark. And if you leave a comment right now, we'll know that you were listening and talking about Christopher's. You can do that on our Todd and Erin Facebook page, the Gephardt Daily Facebook page, or the Gephardt Approved Facebook page. Now, this week's winner, Sandy R. Sandy R., congratulations. I will be private messaging you. But see, Sandy's all ready to go, so all you have to do is enter, and we'll be calling your name next Friday.
All right,
Hopefully.
so coming up next, you're
Yes.
going to tell us what's going on around the valley.
So many things.
Tons. I'm looking
All
at
of the
tons of
things.
stuff, and that's coming up next.
Todd and Erin's Morning Stream, brought to you by Black Diamond Experts. Electric, plumbing, heating, and air conditioning. You'll be glad you called an expert. Fink and McGregor, mortgages made simple. Make sure you go to fink-mcgregor.com and try out their 4-minute mortgage program. It's incredibly easy to find out whether you qualify. The Todd and Erin Morning Stream is actually available anytime at GephardtDaily.com. Just click on the Todd and Erin page.
Hi, we're back.
You're getting into the dub stuff, aren't you?
Okay, so
So many things this weekend.
tons of stuff. What's the local urban flea market?
Okay, I've got to be honest. I was wondering if now that we've moved and we realized how much crap we have that we
Good
really
Lord.
didn't need, we
Right.
should do this.
What do you mean do this?
The Urban Flea Market. It's basically everybody comes in and they sell their stuff. Now, it's a City Weekly sponsored event. It's an outdoor market.
It's free.
Yeah, you can shop, browse, enjoy. It's a nice Sunday afternoon. We've done this before, remember? We've seen some of our friends there. Admission is free. And basically, you get to pick up things that might be treasures for other people.
Wait.
And you can get rid of your stuff.
So when I get rid of my stuff, is it free then too?
You have to sign up to do that.
Okay.
But you can sign up, then you can go and you can be one of the vendors to sell your stuff.
Okay.
But for the public, yeah, it's free, and you get to
that's
walk through.
nice.
And people sell a lot of really good like collections and crafts and artists and
And
stuff.
rings and jewelry
Yeah,
and
it's
stuff.
really fun. Yeah.
Well, that sounds fun. Okay, we can do that.
I was thinking we could just get rid of all of our stuff, but okay.
It's too late. We moved it.
Also going on this weekend, so you could buy crafts that you could sell later at
Right.
the Urban Flea Market. Craft Lake City. This is the DIY festival. There's tons of stuff for kids, and they have amazing performances too. I mean, different bands. They've had different like aerial artists and stuff. It's just a really fun afternoon. This goes today, starting at 5 p.m. and then through 7 p.m. on Sunday. Gallivan Center downtown,
Free.
and it's amazing. You're gonna have a good time.
Okay, what else?
Those two are perfect, but the movies coming out this weekend are extra creepy.
We got one for the kids too, but go ahead and start with what you
Annabelle
want.
isn't for the kids. It's about one, but this is another one in the series of the demonic entity doll. And it starts at the beginning with a sweet child stepping off the bus at the orphanage.
So this is our new orphanage. It's as big as a castle.
Feel free to use the house as you see fit. Mrs. Mullins and I stay down here. Your rooms are upstairs. Locked. And it stays that way.
Oh, that's not creepy at all.
And of course,
Wait a minute. I'm looking. I'm just watching.
the little,
Was that a phonograph?
little record player.
Oh
Yep.
my gosh. They're torturing her. They're making her listen to Nickelback. That's fearful.
Okay, let's move
scary.
on. Let's move on to the next one.
Ah, scary.
Yeah, let's move on with that. Oh, that's so mean. Okay, the number two, the nut job 2. Yes, because there were so many unanswered questions from nut job 1. This one, thank the good Lord,
There's
is for
nothing
the
safer
kids.
than
Have
a
look.
dark alley. Just a lovable little dolly. Okay, that's a little creepy. Dead end.
This is bad. It's been nice knowing you, buddy.
What's up with all the dolls?
Oh, look at the little mouse.
What's up with all the dolls? Oh, there you go.
Dolls are becoming the new clowns, aren't they?
They always
Yeah.
have been.
Pretty much.
There's creepy.
You know we're taking the kids to this weekend, right?
Oh, good.
Zoe's already told me.
Yay, great.
I know, I was excited
Oh,
too.
super.
Okay, so that's what's happening this weekend. All kinds of exciting stuff. Hopefully you'll find something wonderful for you.
I want to talk to you about something that's bothering me. Now, let's talk about your dogs. Okay, if you're a dog person, I'm a dog person. Our family's a dog person.
We're dog people.
We have the best dog in the world. I mean, this dog puts up with Zoe putting on tiaras, with Zachy pushing him off the couch. He's great with other dogs. He's just one of those perfect dogs. But there's certain things they will not do for him. Now they have tried. How much money it does the industry of dog and cat
Pet industry, insane.
It's incredible, and they've tried. Do you realize that you can buy fresh, meaty foods in a refrigerated case at the supermarket?
For your pets, so that it won't, that the melange of delicious flavors will not be touched and soiled.
And they even have vegan food for your dog. And they've tried different things too, like flavored waters, so it tastes like gravy. They've done everything. But
This
there's
is true.
more. The Dog Whisperer, Caesar
Milan,
Yeah, Simone. And when his show came on, it was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And all the dog people were like, oh, I should do that with my dogs.
But yeah, it's nice to have a behaviorist. I mean, our friend Jen, her dog Gani is a nut job. I mean, and she's had a behaviorist come in, and that's really helped because
Right.
she's really tired of getting her arm ripped out of its socket when she
Right.
walks, Gani.
Well, he is evidently has some mental issues now because he is introducing on Amazon his audiobooks for dogs. Yes, I said it. Audiobooks for dogs. If you're a male,
Are you kidding?
if you're a man and you have a dog, you would get the audiobooks that were narrated by a man's voice, soft and tender. If it's a woman, you have a dog, they do a woman's voice, kind of close to yours. Great. If there's a couple, there's a fight. So you got to pick who the dog likes best.
I'm not sure I understand the point here.
The point is when you're gone, the dog can listen to Racing in the Rain by Garth Stein. You can do Born a Crime, Stories from South African Childhood by Trevor Noah. And of course, Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice.
So he's doing audiobooks of great classics for your pet.
Yeah.
And the point is, they say it's going to help the pet relax more because it's going to kind of sound like
It's got
your
a voice, yeah.
And then they're enjoying great literature. So you'll come home and the dog's going to be like in a smoking jacket and he'll
Right.
have a pipe.
As opposed to CNN, you come home and your dog has hung itself.
Pretty much, yeah. That's,
I just don't even know. Cat on a Hot Tin Roof would be good, wouldn't it?
okay.
How the mighty have fallen.
I guess
Caesar.
I guess the logic here is that there are people out there who believe you have too much money and they're going to make sure you spend it for them.
And they're gonna take it from you.
So, okay. Well, there you go. We're,
Oh, coming up next.
Yes.
Airlines are not beating people up anymore.
really? That would be nice.
We'll tell you coming up next.
We're brought to you this morning by Executive Transportation. Elegant service, professional style. Go to executiveutah.com. And All Utah Plumbing. Your home deserves the best. 24-hour emergency service at allutahplumbing.com. Did you know you can catch the Todd and Erin morning stream any time of the day or night on Facebook, YouTube, and SoundCloud, and GephartDaily.com. Welcome back. We're so excited to see you because this is epic. Somebody might not hurt you on your next flight.
Well, we know United. They dragged a guy against his will off a plane. They called security and the airport police, and they yanked him so hard he hit the arm with his face across the aisle, broke some teeth out, knocked him unconscious, made him bloody. Good move. So that went viral. And then there was a lady who tried to get a stroller on, and then they came in and ripped it out of her hand while she was holding her baby. Not a good move. And then we had on other airlines, we had similar problems where people had lost their minds.
Yeah, the guy who was disabled that they tried to pull off by his hair, that was good.
And, you know, they come back and they say, we're so sorry.
We don't have that happened.
Obviously, that's not something we tell people to do. There's not an instructional video of how to drag a handicapped person by the hair off a plane. Or
They just had to figure it out all by
They
themselves.
just made it.
That didn't help, Todd. I'm not sure. There's executives like just burying their heads in their hands right now.
Right.
Like,
Well, that's
kill
what they
that
did when
guy.
these incidents happened. So, have they learned anything? Let's just go basically with overbooking, right? Overbooking. Overbooking is the lowest it's been since 1995.
That's nice. That is because that's always their plan to make sure that the flight is always full,
they always
except
make
for that it
enough money.
screws over, you know,
Everyone.
us.
Yeah. United now, and I would fly in a plane on a regular basis just so I could hit the jackpot. So pick a really busy flight.
Okay.
Book yourself on the flight every single time.
Okay, and?
If it's overbooked and they ask for a volunteer, you put your hand up.
Why?
Matter of fact, you get an aisle seat so you can jump up like that.
Why? How good is it?
$10,000.
This could be a whole new industry for us, Todd.
Really?
We're the ones sitting on the edge of our seats going, huh?
Right?
You overbooked?
And yeah, come on.
Right
Yeah, let her go. I'll get the money. Go. $10,000. Wow. And they can no longer call the police. They no longer call security to remove someone from a plane that doesn't want to leave. And so they actually have to deal with it in a human-like way.
Oh, heavens.
There's always
What
a
is
bidding
happening
war.
here?
We've been in planes where it's like, we'd like to offer a round-trip ticket anywhere we go if you can go and take another flight, which we'll book you on, and you'll just have a stayover for about 8 hours. Anybody want to do that? And everybody looks around. It's like poker. Everybody's like, no one does. No, bring more. And they said, we are going to offer you dinner and a hotel and a ticket that gets
I know,
you
the auction is
anywhere.
just great.
Yeah, and everybody's like, do I raise my hand now or is there more? You know,
Hold it. You got to
Yeah.
know when to fold them.
you
Come
look-
on.
You look around, see if there's any college students because they're going to go right away,
Yeah,
right?
they're like, well, you don't have a life.
And then
We
they
don't
go,
care.
okay, what we're going to do is we're going to do some vouchers as well. And they starts building and building. That's where I would jump up. once you've got vouchers,
You're like,
and-
that's pretty good. I
and
can
you
work with that.
Got a hotel room, at an airport hotel.
If you're flying out of your home airport, I can see that because, look, I'm like, that'll be great. I'm just going to
go
go home.
home.
But it's just, but when you're coming back and you've got our children and it's like,
Yeah.
you're prepped and geared, there's like no way you're getting me off that flight.
I
I'm
would
sorry.
just put our kids out. I get the money, they get the kids for a while.
Zach and Zoe would love to see.
See, that's so cool. $10,000. We got to start flying. We should start flying on an awesome airline like JetBlue. We have someone we know who works there.
Nice plug, honey.
You're welcome.
Super subtle. All right, let's go to Daisy. She's got more information in the Gephardt Daily Newsroom. She is brought to you by Fink and McGregor. Mortgages made simple. You don't believe me? Go to fink-mcgregor.com. You can find out about mortgages in less than 4 minutes.
What?
Also by Executive Transportation, you can book your ride with March in one of his sweet Escalades at executiveutah.com. And by Black Diamond Experts, electric, plumbing, heating, and air. You'll be glad you called an expert. blackdiamondexpert.com. Daisy, what's going on today?
Hello, everyone. Here's a look at national and world news headlines on Friday, August 11th on GephartDaily.com. South Korea is urging North Korea to immediately stop issuing threats after North Korea again said it might launch a missile strike near the U.S. territory of Guam. A Seoul Foreign Ministry spokesman said North Korea's defiance would ultimately work against the regime. And Britain's Food Standards Agency on Thursday said about 700,000 eggs likely contaminated with the pesticide fipronil entered the country and have probably already been eaten, far more than officials previously thought. The eggs came from farms in the Netherlands and were used as one ingredient in processed foods, such as sandwich fillings. The FSA initially estimated only 21,000 contaminated eggs entered Britain. Any potentially contaminated eggs or egg products still on store shelves are being withdrawn, officials said. And Facebook has launched a new video platform to compete with YouTube and television networks. Facebook Watch will allow users to view and publish, as well as consume original content created by the social media giant. The company hopes users will engage with others around the particular content they enjoy. Facebook Watch programming will debut August 28th. That's it for now. For more headlines across the country and the world, go to GephartDaily.com 24/7. For now, Todd and Erin, back to you.
All right, so I want to tell you about Facebook. Well, you know about Facebook. You're on Facebook with us right now, and we appreciate that. Or watching this on demand later in your underwear.
Can I tell you first about Fink and McGregor?
Oh, yeah.
Just
and then
as
I'm
I'm
going to
all
tell
excited.
you. Then I'm going to tell you about
Then you can tell them about
the
Facebook.
politicians and
All right,
Facebook.
Fink and McGregor, here's the deal. You think mortgages are a long and horrible and painful process, and you are completely 100% correct. They are horrible. Well, here's why. Possibly you went through a bank, and they just basically explored everything in your life to the point where you felt like you were getting probed by aliens. And then it took like
Ouch.
4 months, and it dragged out on and on and on and on. And then when you're finally in there and you're signing, you're like, man, these rates don't look very good. And they charge you like $8,000 for closing costs, and you walk out of there just like feeling vaguely violated and like, well, I guess I got the house at least. Or you could just go to Fink and McGregor. Now look, Jeff Stout was talking to us, and he really wanted to see if he could streamline the process to the point where you could actually go online and take a 4-minute questionnaire, and then they would already have ideas for you for mortgages. And then within 1 business day, somebody calls you back and says, hey, do you want to explore these? He's got so many different options that it's utterly ridiculous to go to a place where there's only one, because you can find the one that's suited for you. So it's very, very simple. Just go to fink-mcgregor.com, try it out, take the test, see what you think, get some ideas about your mortgage, and whether you're ready to refinance or you're ready to buy something else, interest rates are ridiculously low, but they're not going to stay that way. This is the time to jump.
All right, politicians and Facebook and Twitter. The ACLU has gotten involved because a couple letters sent to them. Now, this is based on the fact that, well, actually, go ahead and read the quote here. That's from the ALCU.
Interesting. You and your offices, this is specifically aimed at Senators Orrin Hatch and Representative Mia Love.
Right.
You and your offices have embraced social media as a key means of communicating and interacting with constituents and the public.
Which is a good thing.
This is according to the letters posted on the ACLU website. Because your social media pages are a public forum, your blocking of these individuals is an unconstitutional restriction on their right to free speech under the First Amendment.
No,
So they're literally saying you can't block anybody.
well, here's the deal. Obviously, if it's crude, rude, swearing, anything like that, you're gone.
You know, politicians, I mean, we're not politicians, but we've always said as long as you are civil, we'll always encourage open dialogue.
Right.
On our pages, even if we don't agree with your point of view, as long as you're not crude or ugly about the way you say things and you don't
Vindictive.
engage in hate speech,
Right.
go for it. We'll talk about it. But that's really sad that they're like, you can't even block them.
And what they're talking about is Mia Love. They blocked someone. She was an opponent of hers. So basically, if you say, it's like Yelp. You can't edit Yelp, can you? Mm-mm. No. And someone says, I really don't like your fiscal program for the downtown area, and I'm not happy with that. You can't say, no, don't do that. Other people might see it. So it's freedom of speech because they actually committed to Facebook and Twitter.
So what they're claiming is since they're utilizing it as a form, they don't have the right to block people.
Right. Unless they're gross. So anyway.
So this is basically for the gadflies that like, why aren't you doing a public meeting? Why aren't you doing town
Right.
meetings? Why aren't you doing town meetings? Why
Oh,
aren't you
that
doing
just
town
came
meetings?
out. Did you see that?
With Mia Love, yeah.
No, Mia Love. No, all the people in the government who didn't do town meetings now.
Now they've got, there's a big,
They're
like,
being called out
that's so funny too.
because they're scary.
Well, part of it though is that she, along with others, have claimed this is like their town meeting where they encourage discourse and dialogue.
Right. Not yelling though.
So
I
that
don't
you
like
really
that.
can't block. Oh, that's sad.
All right. So coming up next, Utahns can't help but perform. I mean, I haven't been
It's
to
in our blood.
I haven't been to a family gathering or an oboe or a bassoon or a violin didn't pop out of nowhere.
Interpretive tap dancing.
But you could be a star, and we're going to tell you how to do that coming up next.
We're brought to you this morning by Executive Transportation. Elegant service, professional style. Go to executiveutah.com. And All Utah Plumbing. Your home deserves the best. 24-hour emergency service at allutahplumbing.com. Did you know you can catch the Todd and Erin morning stream any time of the day or night on Facebook, YouTube, and SoundCloud, and GephartDaily.com. Okay, welcome back to the Todd and Erin morning stream. This totally cracks me up because this is an incredible opportunity. It's just the way it's written that I find a little amusing. This is Universal Studios in Japan. And they're looking for actors and dancers and singers.
From Japan.
For Universal Studios in Japan.
Okay.
And they came here to Utah because they say this is one of their key places where they pull people up.
Wait, whoa.
So-
Why don't they use people from their country?
Well, because
Japan's got a lot of people.
I know, but they don't want them. Apparently, they want us.
They want wholesome goodness, white. Go ahead.
We have other things besides that. And we're not the only state, but the
Okay.
point is they're looking for performers.
Okay.
All right. And I would seriously do that for a year in Japan. Are you kidding? How cool would that be? So it's free. You can audition on Saturday. That would be tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. They're going to be doing this at the Salt Lake Community College Arts and Facilities Annex.
What are they looking for?
That, by the way, is about 16th South, 250 East in Salt Lake City. So you remember State Street. It's just right around there on 1600 South. That's the Salt Lake Community College campus.
All right, if you just missed that, go ahead and rewind and
But
get the
this is kind of cool. I love the way they wrote this, and this may be because they translated it from Japanese,
Okay.
but it says, we have commenced our annual search for new and exciting talent to join our family of performers at Universal Studios Japan in Osaka.
Cool.
And return to Salt Lake City Saturday, 12 August in search for talented, : This is totally written in Japanese to start.
Yeah.
Male and female actors,
Okay.
dancers who sing well,
Okay.
singers who move well,
Got it.
female dancers with technical training.
Oh, like clogging.
Technical training?
Yeah, clogging.
I was thinking maybe like those flags the gymnasts used to run around with.
Yeah.
And stunt performers.
Stunts.
How cool is that?
How do you audition doing that? Just fall over a table?
You, by the way, you want to register, and we'll put this up, but it's usjauditions.com.au.
All right.
So once
So once
again,
again, back it up, pause it.
well, but
write
I'll
it
also
down.
put this up on Facebook too, so everyone can see
Okay.
it. But it's usjauditions.com.au. So,
Right.
but this is still cool. I mean, imagine you could audition and you could be one of the singers or dancers with technical experience that could be performing at Universal Studios in Japan.
I still don't understand.
I think that's so cool.
I still don't understand how you audition as a stunt person. You just
They probably push you off the top of the building and see how well you land. I don't know.
Bring a ladder with you. Just climb up to the top and throw yourself off.
Oh, by the way, so if anyone does this, will you take pictures and send them to us, especially if you get picked? That would be really cool.
And even if you don't.
I'm excited. I know. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I've got my fingers crossed.
All right, a lawyer who goes above and beyond.
Wow, you don't see that very often, do you?
They go to the jail and they talk to their clients and they meet other clients and they meet other people and they make friends and then they smuggle heroin in and then
Wait. What was that last part again?
they smuggle heroin in.
The defense attorney was smuggling drugs into the prison.
Tom Benchley, he's 53. He was booked in the second district court
Oh, look at that
for
face.
forgery.
Oh,
poor
look at that
bastard.
face.
Yeah. 2 counts of unlawful possession, use of controlled substances in a correctional facility.
I think that makes it worse.
That is a law. That's a violation. That one thing.
That's the 3rd-degree felony, right?
Yeah, that's something bad.
Mm-hmm.
Possession, controlled substance, 3rd-degree felony, punishable 5 years in prison. So he might be on the other side. He might be a guy in orange.
This is hysterical. Investigators learned from jail inmates that 2 prisoners who were caught with drugs had discussed someone nicknamed Law School, who was bringing a care package to the jail, charges state.
He took his contact lenses into the container, and on one side he packed in heroin, the other side was coke. And they started searching. We started freaking out in the jail guy because they did a random search. They did random searches of people coming through.
What is wrong with you? Really?
Think of the time they saved, though. Think of the time they saved.
How so?
No transport. He's already there.
Yeah, full service.
Just walk him into the next room and you admit him.
That's
right?
true. That's true. They don't have to drive out and arrest anyone anywhere. It's like,
Think
you're here.
Think of the money they saved in gas.
See, maybe there is a bright side to every story.
There is always a bright side.
Wow, that's full service.
Speaking of criminals, we got to catch this guy. The FBI are looking for him. He's a bank robber. They're offering $10,000. He always wore a disguise, but this is what he looks like because he actually went in to change some bills that he robbed.
He's got... No way, he did not.
He went to another
Look, he's got a
bank.
nice goatee, little pleasant eyebrows, a good hair.
That's a pretty good shot.
That makes it painfully obvious, doesn't it?
Every time I look at one of these, don't you kind of look at it and go, "Oh, do I know him?"
You secretly always want
You
to know
always
you do.
like, "Oh,
right?
Is that the guy
Always.
who?" Yeah.
Seriously. Now, why do they call him the Great Outdoors Bandit?
That is such a great question because they a lot of them get nicknames for what they do.
Sure. Like there's the Bakery Bandit.
Yeah,
or
one
blah,
guy
blah, blah.
was known as the Band-Aid Bandit, and so he'd put a Band-Aid on his face, and what would happen is, as opposed to me identifying you, most of my attention is going towards the Band-Aid.
Wow, that's really clever.
And it actually does work a little bit.
That's interesting.
All right, so this guy, the reason is the suspect is known to wear large black glasses, blue baseball cap, and a plaid, get it, outdoors plaid shirt. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he has also worn a green Cabela's baseball cap with black shiny jeans, and they're skinny.
Oh, you
Plaid,
deserve prison.
Skinny, no, you know what they need?
Skinny jeans.
They need the fashion police.
That is source. He's actually quite short for a male, 5'4" to 5'6", about 140 to 160 pounds.
10
Skinny,
grand.
black hair.
10 grand.
Wow.
We could be Dog the Bounty Hunter, you and I.
It's really more like I'd sit in the Barca Lounger at home and try to think of friends I have to match the description, but heck, he could be Steve.
10 grand. All right,
That's a good, sharp picture.
We have an assignment for you. Assignment for you is to have a kick butt weekend, and we'll be back on Monday on the Todd and Erin morning stream on Gephardt Daily. Why are you looking at me like that?
You just said kick butt.
Kick butt.
You're gonna have a kick butt weekend.
.com.